Well, I missed everyone very dearly last week. I hope you all had a very good week. I personally ordered myself some cookies, which I heard that you all finally got to sample some crumble. After me, like, talking about it literally all the time. You're like, ah, fuck.
I can order some right now.
When do we get our crumble collab? Christina, Arctis crumble collab.
Dude,
what are the cookies this week?
I would definitely do a collab with a delicious Arctis flavor brought to you by Paprika Kettle Black. 100%.
Do a whole series of them. Like, this one's the...
Oh no.
This is the
flavor.
Moody Eris Black Currant flavored cookie. It's purple, just like his
I have a artificer in my other campaign that is a cook, so I could just borrow her for a night. And okay, this week's lineup is nuts.
I have seen it, but the Twix cookie. So I've had that one before. Big Twix fans in this house. We have like Twix ice cream bars in the freezer pretty much constantly.
The like Oreo mismatch one looks really good, and the fucking pineapple one, holy shit.
Yes. So last week, they had one of my favorites, which is like kind of plain, but I like it a lot. It's the butter cake. And I just like butter cake in general. I know it's like the worst thing for you, but I love butter cake. Last week was a good week. But then I found my cat sitting on top of the crumble box, and it wasn't the small cat, it was the large one. So 20 pounds of cat on top of the crumble box. Yeah, so the brownie cookie had the top of it smushed against the top part of the crumble box because the cat decided to sit on it. So casualties were had, but they mostly lived.
We had the week before last with the apple pie one. That was fucking insane. I think that might be my favorite cookie that I've ever had ever. I'm
just like smiling and nodding, like yes, yes, yes. Okay, so
I didn't have the French toast one. I think Devo had part of it, and then the other one is just sitting in a box. But everything else was really good. I can't remember all the flavors. Yeah, I can't remember what the rest of the flavors were. That involves some braining on my part.
Yeah, believe me, I can't remember the flavors from like 2 weeks ago either, because I'm always looking at, like, Seaswab always texts me at 5:30 p.m. on Sundays, and he texts me the new flavors, and we discuss. So it's like a whole thing. The discussion's not very long. It's like, this week sucks.
The Blue Monster one was okay. I literally took the Chips Ahoy cookie off of it.
That's the first thing I do when I get that one, is I just eat the Chips Ahoy cookie.
Yeah, and then the salted caramel cheesecake was...
that one was stolen by Yane, and he ate it immediately.
It's very, very good. And then the other two were just variations of chocolate chip cookies, which I will never be mad at.
Yeah, the chocolate chunk one stays good for like the whole week. So I got it on Monday, and then I just ate the chocolate one on Sunday. And I was like, this is still good.
It was a very real possibility that I'm about to order crumble.
I'm sorry. It's kind of fun because you just get to try new things that make you happy every week, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But yeah, can't go wrong with the Twix cookie. This week, I think all their Oreo cookies are pretty good, but I do find the ones I tend to eat last have large amounts of peanut butter on them. So I think I'm discovering that huge amounts of peanut butter are a no-go. But I really like their cookies that have like the oatmeal or like granola mixed in too, like the mother's cookies that they had. It was like super good. It was like a oatmeal chocolate chunk granola. I don't know. It felt like breakfast.
Yeah.
And it was just a great coffee cookie. All right, anywho, not sponsored. We just like cookies.
Not sponsored, but would take a sponsorship.
Yeah, but not sponsored, but the flesh is willing, but the stomach is spongy and bruised.
Yeah, I was having a real bad feeling good time, so Devo decided to order them, and I definitely ate like half of 4 of them all in one sitting.
Incredible. That's called living your best life.
I really did. But it was one of those days where it was just fucking necessary.
Good. Although, hopefully everybody has had some time to get into Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit, maybe?
A little bit.
Yeah.
We've been doing a co-op with Sloot, as Deva said. I am playing pretty much Grabella, but as a dragon lady.
Nice.
I probably should roll up something different in my solo game. Maybe play a sorcerer or a wizard, because I haven't done that in a while.
Are you a barbarian as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Yes.
In our co-op game, I am a wild magic barbarian because spice. The mechanic works a lot different than when I was a wild magic sorcerer. It would just start like vomiting bubbles. I do kind of wish there was some. This is actually a hindrance to your rolls instead of this is the cool thing you get this time. But I understand how they have to mechanic it a little bit.
Yeah. Some of the things that are like tweaked for Baldur's Gate, I do like how they've done most of the things. I do like bonus action shove. That's fun. Or how barbarians can just, pick a dude up and throw him into another dude. Top tier.
So, Devo, tell them about your character.
Yeah, I'm playing a gnome, so I get thrown a lot.
Yes, I throw Devo. I'll throw it often.
Wait, what? No, what's her class?
Oh, I'm war crimes gnome. I'm a wizard. And I've gone the necromancy path, and I've discovered that when there are like dead children, I can pick up the dead children and put them in my bags so that then I can throw them on the ground and turn them into zombies on demand.
Yeah, it's good to use that on the children because they're lighter.
They're lighter, yeah.
Waste not, want not.
I can't pick up the big people, it's only the children.
You can't ask Grabella to carry all these dead children.
It's true, but I refuse.
Hey, Grabella, crack me off a pack of the fucking dead children.
Oh, the best part was when one of the encounters, you get the goblin children who don't have names because
they're all 1, 2, 3, 4.
They just number them because
so I started using them in numerical order.
Yes. But culturally, it's like we're gonna number you until we're sure you're gonna survive, type shit. Which is a whole other level of fucked up. But yes, that's
your
kind of.
Your character is like what my character is currently on a crusade against. Just literal war crimes. But that's amazing. What other horrible things have you discovered while being a necromancer?
I was gonna say the necromancer thing is only so old. I will find a picture of my lady for you though. Hold on.
I'm playing a paladin, which I guess most of the people who are playing Baldur's Gate
apparently
are playing paladins. So
it was the way to go.
Yeah, I guess I'm not original.
That's a little surprising to me.
Yeah, I guess I
thought everybody would be
the
a
most
fucking
played
warlock.
class. The most played class is paladin, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, you get that nice mix of like spell and hitting shit. So I kind of get it.
Consistently the case in fantasy things that the most played anything is paladin. Like that's been the case up until Demon Hunter. That was the case in WoW.
Weird coincidence. Like, why do people like playing paladins? They just like being that good warrior type that can kind of heal themselves.
Yeah. There's that. There's the thematic sense of it's like I want to be the real good guy, because apparently people are fucking boring.
Human fighter.
Yeah.
Human fighter. Oh god, yeah. The fact that human and elf were like the top ones, I was like, my god.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah,
You're playing a human in Baldur's Gate 3?
I did go
that
Ice Dragon.
Early access too, and they shit on everybody for it. Like, we made all these other races. Play the hot races.
Like, you don't want to be a demon? A fucking dragon?
Yeah, I made an Ice Dragon just for spell type variety more than really. Also, it was pretty. I wanted to be slightly pretty, so that's Grabella the dragon lady. Her outfit now has a lot less clothes. I will have to get a picture of that because one of the bonuses is like, don't wear clothes, have higher AC.
Ooh. I saw a picture of Asterion wearing Karlach's barbarian armor, and I was like, yeah.
Dude, I saw a picture today of Asterion and like, what is it, like the nymph dress or whatever? It's like the like sheer scale mail with like the deep V and then like the real high like slit up the skirt.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, yes, choice.
Yeah, you can basically grab each other's armor and swap them around. Could probably put all the boys in hot shorts if you wanted to.
Shadowheart's armor for Rain. That happened.
You know, I
Or not her
appreciate
armor, her clothes.
I appreciate this game has gone so far as to have a specific slot for your character's underwear.
Mm-hmm.
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 And that you can just go without, or go with, or swap them around. They have flavor text.
They do.
Honestly, I looked at Halson's underwear. I did. I looked at Halson's underwear and it said,
you have to look at everybody's
smells
underwear.
like herbs. I moused over my own and I was like, Nadina's underwear. Oh, okay, that's weird. I have a slot for this, but all right. And then I realized that everybody has an underwear slot. But then I don't get any underwear during the course of the game? Question mark?
You just wear each other's underwear.
Just
swap everyone around on a daily basis.
I mean, you would think if you have an underwear slot that during the course of the game, if I open up a drawer, I'm going to find someone else's underwear that I can wear. But apparently, no, you can only underwear swap within your party.
I mean, you can find other underwear that you can wear. It's just from your party members. Literally that kind of party.
Pass me them britches.
Can I say what my one chief complaint about Baldur's Gate 3 so far? Because it is absolute minutia.
Yeah, go nuts.
I really hate that it lets you all take your turn at the same time. If it's like you're next to each other in initiative order.
Yeah, Divinity did that. It was great.
I hate it so much. It's fine in like single player. It makes sense in single player because it's like, okay, you could be like postponing actions and blah, blah, blah. Like you could talk. Like that's something that D&D allows for.
Yeah.
But in multiplayer, in co-op, it just means like you're getting in position to cast a spell right as someone else shoots it and it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to really like, communicate just like D&D.
Oh yeah, that has been a thing.
Well, the thing is, like in D&D, like we can all take our turns and just like we go, okay, this is the situation we're currently in. I can now take my choices in a vacuum, knowing that the choices other people have already made like the results of those have already come into play.
I don't know. There are plenty of times that you guys fuck up all of the plans that I have well before it's my turn, and I'm sure vice versa. So I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I just...
this sounds an awfully lot like Rain as well on Wednesdays. It sounds like you have a lot of plans that just don't come to fruition.
This is what happens when you play casters, man.
It's
you have to plan shit, otherwise you're sitting there for like 20 minutes combing through your fucking spell list when it's your turn.
True. But at least you don't have to plan, like... I guess for me, the biggest problem is just like I will move to a spot to attack a thing and someone else has already killed that thing while my dude is still running there. And it's like, I wish that hadn't happened. That's what frustrates me.
I can see that. Good gripe.
I hate that the cutscenes, like the dialogue cutscenes, don't automatically, or there's not a setting to automatically pull all players into them.
Yeah, that would.
That's super fucking obnoxious.
Also, having turns at the same time has been horrendous.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah. Just repeating because of how awful it really is.
Grabella as a barbarian, or Cherry as a barbarian, running after something to kill it, and it gets shot on her way there, so she loses her rage.
Oh, because you gotta keep hitting something, yeah.
Or be hit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to either hit it or get hit by something. I might luck out, but like, please let me hit something.
Rip. All right, everybody. Get comfy, get cozy. We'll do a super quick recap since we missed last week and get right into it. Let's go. Previously on Arctis Kaamos, as Kozlo, Grabella, and Azriel tried to make peace with all the merchants at the docks, you all have procured something that the merchant Lyrics desperately wanted. A seed from the ferocious Nightbloom of the Nightbloom Gardens. While Catherine warned you to not burn down her entire greenhouse, she also warned you that the Nightbloom was not a particularly friendly plant, and received some damage in a recent incursion on the Nightbloom Garden, and would probably be very reluctant to hand over its seeds. However, with a little bit of plant trimming and clearing out some of the old man plants around it, you reached inside and, well, thanks to Grabella, managed to get the seeds of the Nightbloom. After giving it to Larix, who promised he would be careful while taking care of the Nightbloom seed, Larix decided to take it upon himself to guide you around the Maginox docks to introduce you to the rest of the merchants, who have been very reluctant to come out and reopen their doors to sell their wares due to the heightened amount of unrest and criminal activity happening within Maginox. But with Larix, a merchant that has been long a local to Maginox and trusted within the community, took the Nightbloom seed from you happily, and began introducing you to some of the other merchants around the docks. Namely, these merchants that lived around the docks had very good and bustling businesses, and were professionals in their own right. You met a goblin chef who made a rather average risotto, and was complaining to you about his various problems. And it seemed like all of the other merchants around the Maginox docks that you met all had some gripes of their own. But with Larix introducing Kozlo and his new, gang? Protection group? I was trying to think of a really nice word for your, entourage. And I think we'll just settle with gang.
Bureaucratic administrators.
Kozlo and his group of bureaucratic administrators were taking care of the docks in their own special way. The last merchant that you met up with was a grizzled old Minotaur carpenter by the name of Moore Splinterhoof. And each of them, well, you got to know a little bit about each of them individually. And in order to try and maybe curry some more favor from them, you thought it might be a good idea to host a little bit of a party or a get-together at Kozlo's den. But whether you decide to do that or not is entirely up to you. You have opened the door to these merchants, and they are now aware of who you all are and what you might be providing to the docks. Let's see how that holds up. Meanwhile, for Azriel, who had resurrected a goblin from the dead and who is now creating their own cult, Roxy is very busy in the Church of Eternal Darkness, making your new, what did we call it? I know they're the Children of the Dusk? The Dusk Child? Dusk Child, yeah, I think Roxy?
It was Children of the Dusk, or Children of Dusk, or something like that. I think so. I don't know, Besetter will correct us later. We'll go with Children of Dusk for now.
Roxy, trying to at least get some basic doctrine about the Children of the Dusk, is very busy renovating the church just slightly out of Maginox. And as for Grabella, whose horde of small goblins is at her beck and call, are currently holed up within, Grabella's den, waiting on their next, demand from their Red Queen. But in the meantime, Asriel still carries around the skull of Narcissa Soulblight, who has been a minor annoyance at best, but now, after the incursion of the Blood Hag, has become potentially a more dangerous presence, as her magical ability and influence on this realm has seemed to grow as of late, which can be worrisome for you three. But it seems at this point she is just trying to gather as much information as possible, as she also still seems to be very interested in the Obliteratus, the mace of the fire elemental that is in a vault near Vicaris.
It is true, we are getting close on need to go back to Vicaris time.
Vicaris also is in a very interesting place, as Vicaris had lost its leader long ago, and as the Blood Hag was impersonating them, it seemed like she was trying to find a way into the vault of Vicaris without necessarily having the blood of a Vicaran royal to get in. But now, without blood and a way in, and well, for you all, you do not have the blood of a Vicaris royal either. But you do have a couple souls that are currently stuck in Narcissa's bubble realm. And Narcissa also says that she might have some information about Grabella's past, if she is inclined to learn it. Vicaris currently does not have a leader, and all of the teachers at the Obsidian Halls are trying to at least quell some of the rumors for now, to buy you all some time before we can decide a much better way in order to get Vicaris under control. So let's start with that. We're going to go back to the docks, as you all just got done speaking with more Splinterhoof. And you'll figure out your next move on what exactly you want to do to continue getting on the good side of these merchants. Oh, and you also have a dinner date planned with the upcoming, potentially newly crowned king of Maginox. Just the tiny detail. One moment, please. Where are the docks? There they are. I was like, where? I have too many scenes, and I need to perhaps cut down at some point. It's fine. We don't optimize here. You all find yourselves back in the Maginox docks. More Splinterhoof has left with some, let's say, interesting information. He just wants the trade between Maginox and the rest of the bustling cities of Arctis to resume as soon as possible. For now, Lurk seems pleased. He has his Nightbloom seed, which he's going to take back home and start growing immediately. Your gang, plus Seaswab, currently has full control over the docks, and yet the tourists are not coming back quickly or in force. Let's figure out maybe how we can get things going again, shall we? Lurk clears his throat and looks at you all, gesturing his hands, excuse me, to his sides. Well, I do believe that is most of the merchants that live here at the docks. You'll find that these particular merchants that I introduced you to are all leaders, pinnacles of their craft, and highly respected within Maginox. You have done me a great favor bringing me back this Nightbloom seed, and I appreciate it, Coslow. He pockets the seed and brings it out and looks back at it and puts it back in his pocket. But I have to pry, Mr. Greenfinger. He kind of like squats down a little bit to look you eye to eye, Coslow. What do you want to do with Maginox docks? What is your goal here? I've seen a lot of little entrepreneurs like yourself trying to hold docks like it's some sort of territory that you own or belong to. I know your tricks, little goblin, but I am willing to lend an ear about what exactly your goals are. Is it for pride? Is it for coin? Or do you actually care about this city? What is it,
Look, I just see a lot of opportunity here. That's it. Yeah, for coin mostly. But, I mean, ain't no reason not everybody can get rich here.
He nods a bit, and stands back up and looks back at Asriel and Grabella. I can appreciate the want for coin. However, it may take a little bit more than simple desires to get that flowing again here. Everyone here merely wants the ships going again, safely. And though your word is going to go far, not to mention all the muscle you have roaming around the docks, well, I dare say it may not actually bring the tourists back. But step by step, He looks around the docks and looks around at all of your various minions who are talking to each other, patrolling back and forth, having a mild discussion. For now, it's quiet. And I can appreciate the brief moment of peace you've brought to the docks. But if you'll find yourself constantly wanting for gold, Coslow, he looks back down at you, not kneeling this time, then you're going to want to at least pretend you care about the city.
This sounds like the sort of conversation where you're gonna give me a proposal in a second.
He smirks at you slightly. Perhaps. He looks back out at the ocean and back down at you. You've done enough for me for one day. Let's take a quick walk on the dock. Go someplace a little more quiet, He begins to walk a little bit towards the extended dock over here. It ends with a small telescope to look out at the ocean at the night.
This whole time I thought this was the tiniest cannon.
What? No, this is a telescope. What is tiny cannon?
It does kind of look like a tiny cannon.
Wait, I mean like an actual tiny cannon. I don't mean like, you know what, never mind.
Lyrics looks wistfully out at the sea and the water, brushing up against the beach of Maginox. This city has quite the storied history, and money is to be made. And dare say, money was flowing in the recent years. In fact, many merchants found themselves... one moment. Many merchants found themselves flush with coin during the reign of the Vicadans. He looks over at Kozlo, Grabella, and Azrael. The recent infighting in the city means that someone won and someone lost, and allying yourselves to one side or the other could create more enemies for you. But you've shown that you, Kozlo, seem to be working for yourself. Is that on the nose?
For myself and for everybody else at this place tends to kinda, just ignore that it exists.
I see.
Looking out for the little guys.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons we went after them damn frickin' thieves guild, is they were selling people.
He nods. I had heard some rumors that trafficking may have occurred within the Thieves Guild, but I kept my nose out of that business. But that sort of
definitely a thing.
That sort of distasteful behavior is not something you find yourselves participating in, is it?
Nope, that's why we beat 'em up and boom 'em up.
He looks out through the telescope. Can I have you all give me an insight check, please? Azrael the 14, Kaza with a 15.
I have a guidance on me for some reason.
Might be Azrael's.
Not letting me not use it.
It's fine, you can use it. We'll allow it.
I think I put one on you at some point.
Yeah.
there's some guidance gum on you, falls off. Lands on the
I forgot about that.
Plop. For Kozlo and Azrael, Lyrics looks like he wants to discuss things that have been going on in the city a little bit more at depth, but he's unsure about really what side you're on, and your neutrality is making him a little more hesitant to talk about the recent goings on. And as a drow, he might have insight into the details into what has happened. And he is a very respected merchant of parts, but he might just be respected because he is a incredible gossip.
Kaza will step up next to him and do the also looking over the scenery thing.
You hear the ocean.
Oh, the ocean sounds an awful lot like crumble cookies getting delivered.
I was like, what the fuck was that? Oh.
Arctis Kaamos, brought to you by Crumble Cookies. When you've got a hankering, order yourself some cookies.
Literally, you would. And then,
Ding dong.
Wow, I'm gonna think about cookies for a minute.
Crumble cookies, they're so delicious, you'll not stop thinking about crime.
Oh, do you have a cookie? Oh yes, give me one cookie, I'll tell you all about the crime. He looks... Larix is currently looking out the length of the telescope twisting it to the left and to the right, and making thoughtful noises.
So Kozlo would sort of step up next to him and be like,
You know, a lot of things can happen around docks like this. I spent a lot of time dealing with that, you know? Not always a bad thing either.
The docks can be a place for various dealings. He looks down at Kozlo. Did you have something particular in mind?
Let's just say there's all sorts of things what a city like this kind of needs, even if it doesn't necessarily realize it. I understand that sort of thing.
Make me a persuasion check. Or deception. I'll let you choose.
I happen to have proficiency in deception, so do that. I will guidance myself as I do it.
Ocean cookies.
Where did you get those?
Oh, I have to target myself. That's what I'm doing wrong.
Don't worry about it.
There we go. I want to believe in the D&D universe. There's just people constantly being like, I'm about to do something. Cast a quick spell on myself. No one notices or cares.
It's verbal and somatic. You just wave your arms around. We're gonna slap yourself in the head. What were you saying? Like, it's totally normal.
Waving my hands around, about to trick the shit out this motherfucker.
Well, what could you possibly... Why do all people always do that when they're talking to me?
It's fine.
I won deception check. 28.
Holy wow.
Larix will probably believe anything you tell him at this point, but he seems to understand the cut of your jib. In order for a city like Maginox to potentially flourish, especially having creatures of the night, many of them have darker desires and needs. Some of them will be, especially with creatures like vampires in their ranks, they need to get their blood somehow, and though the selling of body parts for various necromantic rituals for the exchange of coin was rather distasteful and still only done in back alleys, like, say, in the case of the Styxes, there are still a wealth of vampires here who do need to subsist off of the tourists for feeding. The apothecary understands this, but the recent upheaval may change the, excuse me, entire dynamic of Maginox. There are still vampires here, but the pressure to have a bustling industry of tourism may be lessened because there are not, the Vicadans are not ruling, and that seemed to be their primary goal. You know, Kozlo, if I needed something discreet from you, could I consider you a business partner? Or perhaps, dare I say, a friend?
Kozlo's just gonna look up at him and be like,
You ever heard the name Kozlo Greenfinger before?
He history checks furiously. I've heard your name in passing along the docks, generally associated with terror. People enjoy having their ships in one piece.
Let's just say a lot of that was the most discreet way to handle things.
He looks at you evenly. Time.
A lot of people look at a guy like me and think, oh, he's just gonna blow everything up. And I mean, they're not entirely wrong, but it's, being underestimated like that lets you get away with a lot.
That certainly was my first, second, and third impression of you. But seeing that your controlled explosions were entirely localized in the Thieves Guild gave me a little hope. And hope still that perhaps if you cared about the docks, not merely taking it over as some ramshackle gang, no, but as a respected business, one with a storied history. Slightly embellished, of course, but the right word in the right ear, at the right time, could be mutually beneficial. These things take time, of course, come to fruition. But I'm sure, Coslow, if we work together closely, very closely, that we would be able to wipe away all of that nasty business attached to your name. The rumors, the ships in danger, the connotation attached to the Greenfinger name.
Maybe not all of it. It's a little bit of, mystique, a little bit of concern. I don't want people thinking they can just push me around, you know?
He nods. You've already... Oh, he looks up at Grabella. Pardon.
It's one of them, you know, healthy fear things. We ain't wanting to be the meanest people all the time. But sometimes you gotta knock around people to earn respect.
While he nods at Grabella understandingly, her physique betraying, or not betraying, but complimenting her words, he looks back down at Coslow and still tries to shake that feeling that he's just looking at a unstable goblin. Mr. Greenfinger, I do believe that the pursuit of coin is a very inspirational to pursue. But I live a long time, and I enjoy a little bit of stability, a little bit of peace and quiet. And that requires rules, control, strength. And you're sure I can count on you for all of those things, hmm?
Casso just kind of looks up at him, like...
He quirks an eyebrow.
Trying to think exactly what Coslo would say here. Like, I know what I would say here, but I'm trying to Cosloify it. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. Thinking hurts. I think Coslo just looks up at him and is like,
I think you better hope you can count on me, because I don't think you got many other options.
He thinks for a moment, staring back at you, but nods. Fair point.
I'll put it this way. All that stuff about mutually beneficial and all that, completely agree. The more money comes into your hands, the more money comes into my hands, the more everybody around here gets filthy friggin' rich. That's what I'm after. I want to make sure these docks is full of ships all the time, with people bringing in money from elsewhere so they can give it to us. That way we's not just passing our own scraps around all the time, yeah?
He nods. Make me an insight check. Just Coslow.
I've learned from Baldur's Gate, always guidance.
Fair.
It's free.
It's
just
free.
Forget about it. You said insight?
Yes, please. Larix very much wants to go all in on what you are saying, Coslow. He is hesitant still, as he sees you to be slightly unstable. But he's on the verge of being, well, really all in on this. But there is a lot he is not telling you, and his lips are pressed into more or less a thin line as he listens to your proposition.
Of course, I ain't gonna be able to do all this myself. That's why I need certain people that's willing to, take care of things when I ain't around, yeah? Keep an eye on stuff. Let me know what needs fixing so I can fix it. Whatever way that needs to happen.
And if people need managing, you know, like they're selling people or some shit that's not so savory.
There's some elements of unsavory that I think we's alright with.
Yeah, just not to selling people.
Not a big fan of people selling people, that's about it.
Yeah.
And no shitting in my pillowcase, I hate that.
Oh, vile. No, but I want to know if I can count on you if I had discreet shipments. Say, namely, rare or coveted plants from other areas, some that may slip under the radar of, well, the local law. But as that gets resolved as to what is allowed here, I would want to get a little bit ahead of the new rulings, so to speak. Coslow, do you have a boat?
Do I have a boat?
Yes.
We got a bird though. Well, he doesn't like boats, actually. He just was on one a lot.
I am not the captain of a ship currently, no.
So, you'd be able to keep the docks safe, but the ships going out to sea, not necessarily. Sometimes I need to ensure that my shipments get here in one piece.
You know, I was kind of thinking we could use a little bit of an armada ourselves, a little harbor defense.
Yeah, that's why we wanted, like, the canyons and stuff fixed, not necessarily decommissioned and pulled apart like was happening when we first got here.
That was literally the first thing we did.
Yeah.
Well, Coslow, then I think we've found something that could be of mutual aid.
And if there's, like, certain groups that are good at protecting, people out on the water. We'd love to facilitate them more. But that's why we're talking to people like you, so we get the lowdown, so to speak.
He nods. I have a ship. It's a small one. Quick. Gets the job done. I could allow you to utilize it with a proper captain, of course. If I needed to get something here, surely. Perhaps I could count on you to do that for me?
You want me to use your own ship to move your stuff around?
He nods.
It seems like extra steps, but sure.
I have my reasons. But namely, he steps aside and gives you the telescope. He mutters a few words and passes his hands over the lens as you look over it.
Kozlo attempts to fire the telescope like a cannon.
Click, click.
Oh, there's no fuse, my bad.
Grabella, actually, Azrael and Kozlo, make me an Arcana check. Oh!
I'm feeling so fucking magical today.
Jesus.
My God.
Actually, let's see, 13, 13, and 19. Lyrics cast Dispel Magic on the telescope, and there was a shimmer across the lens. He takes a step forward. What do you see out there, Kozlo?
Kozlo looks into the telescope.
Your vision zooms in significantly. Dare I say even more so than you would expect to out of this telescope. Catches you a little bit off guard as you stare into the darkness of night. Just a pinprick on the horizon. See what may be the waving of a flag. Perhaps the slightest hint of a flame. Now that you have the docks under control, we do have one additional thing to worry about.
No.
A number of Vicadans and some number of Drow were previously owners of ships on this dock, and of course to escape the commotion, and perhaps being slain in the process, quietly took off under the cover of night. Some simply moored far off the coast of Maginox. He shifts this little telescope a little bit to another side. You see another ship, this one a little bit further away, again just the barest hint of a flicker of light. The ship must be miles away. And these ships that are moored out here are also deliberating on what to do amidst this power transfer. Some of them former Vicadan loyals, and they're waiting, especially for us, to cast off our ships again, take our goods, and then go off wherever their next haunt may be. He takes a step back from the telescope and looks back down at you. I would trust you to not just take my boat, go smuggling for me, but to potentially, take out those obnoxious former loyalists who sit moored off the coast of Maginox, waiting for us to cast off again. And I don't see any other way to get you out there except if I offered the services of my own ship, putting it at risk, of course. But this may be the last bit of annoying defense that we need to get to. And frankly, their neutrality irritates me. They're opportunists, nothing more. Not distinguished and intelligent businessmen like yourself, Mr. Greenfinger.
So you're telling me there's a whole bunch of ships just sitting outside the harbor, waiting for us to cast off so they can rob us?
I wouldn't say a bunch, but there's certainly those two that I've been keeping my eyes on. Mostly made up of vampire spawn and perhaps a few former Hamaki drow.
Friggin' hibachis, can't stand them.
Why didn't you bring this up to the new Council of Maginox or whatever they are?
He scoffs and turns back. They believe that they're just going to go away on their own, or that they would not dare to challenge the power of Maginox. I don't want to take the risk, frankly. And I think Mr. Greenfinger, with his newfound investment in the docks, would have much more to gain than merely me tattling to the local nobles and having them deliberate about it for months. I'm losing good money, and I'm losing good money now. We need to find a way to either get them not moored off the coast of Maginox, or we find a way to bring them down. I'm content with either. And you should also be content with either resolution. They're better off gone. Someone else's problem. If they're not going to be a part of the new order. He looks down at Coslow. Then what are you going to do when they come asking for their peace, for their prize?
Well, Coslow, if you wanted ships to patrol the harbor, it looks like two perfectly fine ships out there. We just have to sync HR on them.
Who's HR?
Henchman resources.
I see.
Sometimes also referred to as henchman reusification.
Listen, Coslow, I am willing to put my own ship on the line because I believe you are willing to risk not just coin for your word, but, well, you're willing to risk a little bit more because you've got that fire in your eye. You've got that want. I see it, Coslow. You want this as much as I do.
Mostly in my bag, but yeah.
Do you have any initial ideas?
How big do the other ships look? Are they like big battleships or?
They're like sailing ships, probably a mid to large sized, big sails used for mostly getting stuff from point A to B. But not like a warship.
So they're not like covered in gun ports and cannons and stuff like that?
No. The people on board will probably be armed, but what you see does not seem to have any sort of cannon port sticking out of it. Not made for battle.
So we could reasonably sail our ship up to them and get on board the other ship.
Reasonably. Unless, flaming arrows start being shot by the opposing team.
Does your ship got a rowboat?
It does. It's lashed to the side.
Here's what I'm thinking. We get your ship out just far enough that we go out at night, just far enough that we can reasonably row over there. They won't hear us coming over the waves and such. We get on board. We clear them out. Quietly, not quietly, whatever it is. End up with 3 ships as a result.
Larix nods, listening to you. That's a very good... Larix is momentarily interrupted, as suddenly you all hear a very distinct sound, and it sounds like... I need everybody to roll perception for me.
Kozlo was just concerned that the sound was him pissing himself.
You said perception, correct?
Yep.
This cookie is really good.
I'm very glad.
Crime cookies.
Crime! Yeah. Kozlo, you are too interested in speaking with Larix to hear anything in the sound of waves crashing against the shore. Just kind of mushes in with the sounds of everything else at the beach. Grabella, you're enjoying a cookie. It's delicious. Asriel and Larix, you both look up as you hear this sound. Asriel, while it sounds like the rattling of a rattlesnake's tail, after a moment you realize it sounds more like a fuse of something Kozlo has lit at one point, and Larix looks confused and over his shoulders. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I don't, but what?
It sounds like one of Kozlo's bombs.
He says, he looks down at Kozlo. You're not...
Kozlo, looks, pats himself down,
I'm not throwing a bomb right now, am I?
Where's my...
shrugs, hands empty.
Oh no, my soundboard noise stopped working. Hello? Well, after the hiss, now that my soundboard decided not to work, there is a whistling as something flies through the air that for a moment you do not see. But at the same time, a couple things begin to emerge. To the south, something begins to appear, shimmering into view, as if it were coming out of a fog at night. A massive ship has come very close to the shore, and aboard it, a bunch of irate-looking vampires, leaning over the edge, hissing at the docks, one of them holding a single torch and lighting a cannon. The boat has shimmered into view as if it were coming out of thin air. And someone who you think might be the captain is sitting in the middle of the ship, her arms, fists balled up against her hips, pointing at other vampires and barking orders pointing at the docks. You have no idea how this ship got, 1, this close, and 2, materialized out of thin air. But what you do see as the ship materializes is the cannonball hurtling through the air.
Okay, that looks super cool.
Landing near Cot, who is manning a cannon and only had time to say, "Huh?" before a cannonball smashes into the ground next to him. A bang! Sending up concrete and rubble everywhere. Cot might go prone. Cot manages to stand as all of the rubble and rocks go flying around him, gripping the sides of the cannon for dear life. Ah! Larynx's eyebrows shoot up. What? Where did that boat come from?
I don't know, but let's sink it!
Or murder all the people on it and take it for ourselves.
Or that, but first things first, we got cannons, shoot them back at them!
1 moment, please. I need you all to roll initiative for me. I'm gonna get everything else on this combat tracker.
I can never remember where initiative is in this.
It's relatively small, but
It's just in the same row as the ability scores, so I just like don't notice it.
What do you mean it's relatively small? I'm big for my height!
Oh god. Where is my initiative button?
Oh no, did they steal Zeskob's brand new boat?
It is next to your armor on your, like to the right of your armor on your character sheet, Jerry.
Point. There we go.
we're gonna have the Goblin Gang member and... Okay, alright.
They are ready to return fire.
You hear very far to the south some cursing in Goblin. Ah! What the fuck? Cot! What is that? Cot's holding his head as he is currently being beamed by a bunch of flying concrete shrapnel.
Kozlo screams back at them a series of words that I dare not say on twitch.tv, but in Goblin.
The Goblin Gang member panics. And moves towards one of the cannons. He frantically looks around for any sort of ammunition. Cot is momentarily stunned by the blast. Oslo, you're up.
Freaking useless!
Okay.
Larynx just goes prone. Oh!
Step 1, cannon. Boring.
Step 1. Complete.
And that's my action, but I can still make it shoot. I always get this mixed up.
I believe summoning it was an action, then shooting is a bonus.
Yeah, I think that's correct. So I can't really do anything else. Kozlo's going to step back a little bit. But the cannon will Does it look like, are any of the people that are, any of the vampirates, lol, are any of them manning the cannon, or?
There is one manning the cannon. It is the one currently directly adjacent to it. It is this one.
Okay. How far away is that? Easy.
Oh yeah, Force Ballista has so much range.
Yep. Unfortunately, not so good on the aim.
That missed, hitting the side of the cannon as the vampirate avoids the blow.
So it did damage to the cannon then, yeah?
It has not done damage to the cannon.
How dare you? I think that's my turn. Wait. Insight check.
There are multiple things you can insight. What are you inciting?
Let's find out if I'm inciting anything. I am not.
Classic. A vampirate on the... there is a vampirate on the boat. Who's going to decide what they want to do? As they step forward, they're going to measure how far it is to the docks. 95 feet. One of the vampirates steps to the edge of the ship. With a light crossbow in hand, he takes aim at one of the goblin gang members to the south. He's a little bit far away and firing into the darkness. But with disadvantage, still hits with a lucky crossbow bolt with a 21. And the goblin takes the bolt solidly to the shoulder. The vampirate loads up another bolt. Grabella, you're up. Grabella, are you muted?
Yes, apologies.
Oh, good. Way south, way south.
Way south, that's okay.
The boat.
Like, how tall is the boat if I was to approach it on the ground?
It is not docked, so you have some water that you would have to swim through.
Okay. Trying to figure out how to be useful here.
You could always try to use a cannon.
That is an option.
Say that again?
You could use a cannon.
There are various cannons stationed around the docks. You don't know if they're loaded, but maybe you could find some cannonballs around here.
Perception roll for that? Or what would you like?
Yeah, you can make me a perception check. You are kind of out in the middle of the dock, so it'll be okay. I was gonna say slightly higher difficulty, but to the north, you see Onfla, and you see Nightshade, and Dogreg, and those three are talking. But near them, there are a couple larger crates. One of them slightly open, and you think you see the shimmer of cannonballs. Grabella, I'm gonna have you go look a little bit more north. So I put them on the map. But they are in a crate to the north of Nightshade and Onfla. There are a crate of 6 cannonballs there.
Nightshade. Okay. Onfla. I see them now.
They are 50 pounds each. They are quite heavy.
Grabella is going to do... Oh, I have to go all the way through. She's gonna get as close to them as possible.
Listen, you guys, move the cannons. We're making it.
She uses the barbarian.
You totally cracked there. What did you say? Your mic fucking went red.
Barbarian uses yell. She's gonna yell to them to load the cannons we're being attacked.
The what's that? The hoopst? They will roll for initiative. Yes, ma'am.
Kind of just ran the whole spectrum of initiative rolls there.
Yeah, we did. They joined the initiative order.
Stuff has crashed. I will be back in as soon as possible.
All good. By the way, I do have cannon actors, so if you actually manage to pull off shooting the cannons, it will be very funny. I'm gonna scroll. How much damage? Oh yeah, it did show. Oh, it didn't show. There we go. They do a lot of damage. Just wait for Grabella to get back.
I am in.
Welcome back. You have added your minions, Nightshade, Onfla, and Dogreg to the initiative order. What do you do?
I guess I want to use my action of jump to get down to me.
Very good. Grabella, actually, you can jump as far, based on your strength modifier, you should have no problem jumping down there. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, just right next to this first cannon.
Grabella, with a leap, you jumped about 10 feet down off the side of this bridge, directly in front of a cannon. Make me an athletics check, please.
Athletics. Hell yeah, dirty 20.
Superhero landing. You land next to the cannon.
Expecting that sound to mean that another cannonball just landed.
Boom! I don't know why none of my soundboards are working, but... Grabella, you get next to the cannon, you find it empty. It currently has no ammo or blast powder loaded in it.
Load him up, everybody! Anybody close by? Hey, Jim!
Wow, what?
Send him for reinforcements!
Back at the bar?
I don't know where everybody is. It's your job!
Oh, God. Jib also joins the initiative order.
Are we going for the record for most actors on an initiative track for Arctis?
Yeah, I think this is a new record.
Hey, Maginox President and Maginox Wanderer!
What the fuck do you want? Joins initiative. Grabella, what else are you doing with your round?
I think that's really all I can do with my round without pushing too much ahead of my moves and abilities and everything for now. So she's just gonna sit tight now that she's used Barbarian Yell. That's what I've decided most of that move was.
Yup. Next up, a vampire approaches the edge of the ship. Nitu tries to take aim at either Kot or the gang member, whichever one he can target. Where'd my vampire go?
Briefly overboard.
Yeah, briefly. Ah! His crossbow bolt going wide hitting the cannon with a resounding ping. Dogreg will do his full move to go towards the cannonballs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Goes over here. He picks up a cannonball. Ugh! And he begins to walk back with it, double moving. The cannon is currently not... the cannon does not have its own initiative. Jib, currently on the roof, he bonus action dashes off the roof. Does a little athletics, jumps off a roof. Azrael, you're up.
Okay. I believe it is Bug O'Clock.
Oh God, no. Oh no. not insect plague on my boat.
So Azrael just kind of like steps to the edge of the dock, and you just hear this loud droning buzzing sound coming from inside their armor, and this sea of flying, horrifying, like flying spider-looking bugs swarm out and to the ship.
Larix just covers his head as the bugs fly over him.
So yeah, everything makes a con saving throw, and if they start or end their turn in it, they also make a con saving throw.
All right, hit that damage button, and it should trigger for everything on that boat. Oh God.
Not very good, and they take half damage regardless.
I don't know what that's going to do to the cannon, but we'll allow it.
There's a couple little insect like engineers, like they like put their little hard hats on with their little wrenches, and they go after the cannon.
Azrael, as you erupt into insects that currently cover the boat, flying termites begin to eat away at the wood. Bugs begin to crawl into the ship's cannon itself, trying to clog it up and make new homes and spider webs within the cannon itself. The vampirates, although, not really susceptible to the mosquitoes flying around, are currently covered in a massive web of locusts and are being bitten, their eyes covered as they swat and make cicada-like noises, droning noisily around them. But you can see that the bugs are also hitting the structural integrity of the ship as they begin to gnaw away at the wood.
Oh.
It is just a black cloud.
So it's when they enter, the first time they enter on their turn, or if they end their turn in the insect cloud, they will have to make a save in the future.
Sounds good.
So, and with that...
that was 100% failure rate, by the way. Nothing on the boat succeeded.
The ship still seems to have taken half damage, which is probably bodes well.
The ship...
There weren't that many cockroaches in that particular form.
You can
I didn't
incite
summon
the ship.
enough termites.
The ship is incitable. I'll just, I'll let you know.
Nah. Fine. We're going to... bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. Oh, that sounds like a good follow-up turn. We're gonna do an insight on one of the vampirates. Oof, no, we're not.
Oof. It is too dark and too far away for you to discern any information.
Then we're going to... Fuck it, we're going to Steps of the Night. And...
Uh-oh.
Azrael's going to go up... 30 feet.
Okay.
Just floats.
Azrael rises into the air.
And that's it. That's Azrael's turn.
Next up, another vampire. Down at the bottom of the ship, pulls out a familiar-looking device, Kozlo. A neatly encapsulated grenade. And he slams it into the front cone of some sort of propellant device. And putting it on his shoulder, he takes aim at the docks, launching the smoke grenade up to 120 feet away. He's gonna put it quite literally right on top of you guys. One moment. You hear a boom as the grenade is shot out, and the smoke grenade goes plink, 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 and lands right here, and begins to emit a small but steady stream of smoke. In one round, so after the vampire mage goes, it will begin to create a heavily obscured area in a 20-foot radius. I am going to actually just make that radius now. This entire area here, you will not be able to see through. Will be heavily obscured unless you have some wind to blow it away. One moment. Next up on the boat, a mage, now that that area is heavily obscured, takes aim at the docks. Looks at Cot.
Wait, is it heavily obscured now, or is it heavily obscured at the start of the thing's next turn?
It'll be, it is heavily obscured at the start, start of the boat's turn, so actually it's not obscured yet. That's that's great! You know what? I'll target you, Kozlo, just for that one.
Hey, thanks!
At the start of its turn, it does start its turn in the insect cloud.
Well, it's if it enters the insect cloud the first time it enters, or if it ends its turn there.
Gotcha. All right, then I'm gonna have him. Oh, anti-target you. Hello, vampire mage. 1 second. Make sure I'm targeting the right one. There we go. He moves out of the cloud. Just takes a step forward and targets Kozlo. And begins chanting the words of a spell. As he points at Kozlo, a ray of bitter frost comes shooting from his fingertips.
Ow!
Oh no, we got a Song of Fire and Ice here, you guys.
For 14 cold damage, Kozlo, you are lanced by a beam of pure cold as he points at you and gets rid of, most of your temporary hit points. Whoa! Boat! No! No.
Suddenly the boat casts lay on hands.
That was a lot.
So technically the boat does take damage from the insect plague.
It does.
Wonderful.
Takes 24.
24
24 termite damage.
termite damage. The boat audibly creaks as the termites begin burrowing into it.
There's no way this boat survives, by the way.
No, not now. Not now that we know that the bugs damage it.
Nightshade grabs a cannonball. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And he is hauling it back here. But it is an action to load it. The vampirate on the boat. Open your character sheet immediately. Oh, 1 second. Decided to close my window on me. One moment, sorry about that. Just measuring range, as these guys are all on boats. He cannot make it. He's gonna take aim at this goblin gang member down here. The crossbow, but he's a little too far. Misses the crit, but still hits with a 17. This poor goblin gang member as he takes one bolt to the shoulder, and he puts his hands on the cannon to open it up and sees that it's empty. Another bolt shoots him directly through the heart, and he slumps into the cannon.
Why did you assholes fix the cannons and not load them?
I didn't think we'd be using them right away. You're not supposed to load them in advance.
Yes, you are!
He says he sasses back with his dying breath.
The vampire captain on board laughs as the goblin gang member falls. Good job, crew. Now get the next one. She begins whispering as I cannot get her off the boat. 1 second. The boat, I have to move her slightly so I can actually target her. Lady? Lady? Ma'am? Why are you like this? I'm actually just myself having targeting issues. There we go.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
This is kind of the boat version of a Wendy's. I mean, look at it.
I guess.
It is a Wendy's boat, you're right. This vampirate raid brought to you by Wendy's.
No,
When
stop!
you're here, you're a pirate and a vampire. You're at the intersection of the vampire pirate.
95 feet. She's gonna load up her crossbow. And she's gonna aim it at Cot. Captain?
Captain!
Oh my god, open your character sheet, dude. I might be having minor targeting issues. Sorry, 1 second. I think
Well, you have like 4 layers of things on that ship now.
I do. But she is gonna shoot him with a heavy crossbow. And miss.
Caught literally dodging bullets out here.
She will fire twice. Cot looks like he's gonna be hit, but he's gonna use uncanny dodge. Ah!
Don't like that.
And instead of 21 damage, he is going to take half of that. As he kind of moves out of the way of an arrow that would surely pierce his heart, Kot takes it to the shoulder instead. And the captain busily loads her next crossbow shot. The mage that's on the boat, however...
Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
She needs to make a con saving throw.
Very good. One moment. Oh my god. Empire Captain, I wish your character sheet would, like, just straight open.
I mean, this looks to me like she's entering and exiting it multiple times. So.
She fails real bad.
Well, that's 26 buggy damage.
As she lets loose the heavy crossbow bolt, she is suddenly covered in insects, and her screams are muffled by the cicada noises emanating from her.
She opens her mouth to scream, and more cicadas just, like, go in.
Next up on board, a vampire mage, who I also have to move out of the ship's radius. I promise he's not going off the boat. Just have to measure here. 80 feet plus, let's see, 90. Okay, he still makes it. Well, also, Ray of Cold Cod. The beam
Damn,
of
Cod.
ice. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Radiating off the boat. Cod just cowers behind the cannon. And the vampire will try to move out of the radius of the bugs. Next up, Onfla also goes over to the cannonballs, grabs one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Begins going over to one of the other cannons. Kot, who is currently ducking behind this cannon, trying to survive, is probably going to run. He's going to run a full 60 feet over to here. Ah! Oslo!
You're supposed to shoot them, not get shot by them!
They didn't preload the cannons!
What have we learned?
Preload the cannons!
Preload the cannons!
No! We only have one crate of cannonballs, boss. We gotta make them count.
Okay, in that case, get as many people in the cannons as you can. I'm going in.
Oh my god. Oslo, you're up.
All right, is this obscured yet here?
It is fully obscured. All smoke.
Okay. And...
It also blocks line of sight.
Okay. So... Cannon Chan, aka Channon.
Channon.
We'll just
Fast
step over
Cannon.
here.
He's a quick boy.
Kozlo, on the other hand, cares not. He'll like turn to Larix as he starts to walk out of the smoke.
Hey, Larix, remember that thing about localized explosions?
As he crawls out. Yes, what about it? He looks up at you from being prone on the ground, sputtering and coughing.
Kozlo pulls out his Lakaz stick, reaches into his bag.
Sometimes I don't do them localized.
Pulls out the biggest fucking bomb anyone's ever seen.
Whoa!
Wow.
We fireballing.
Oh no! No. Yes.
It has 150-foot range, by the way.
I forgot that it goes that far. Oh, we got some overlapping templates. Yeah, let's do it.
I thought maybe you'd like to have even more difficulty selecting anything on
Yeah,
the boat.
that's great. That's great.
Okay, so 8d6 fire damage plus 1d8 from using the Lakaz stick.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to make a dex saving throw, or they will take full damage, and they take half damage on a successful one.
Roll the damage, and it'll trigger the save. Oh my god! Dex saves, dex saves, dex saves. Dex saves.
You'll love to see all the fives.
I don't. The boat's just not gonna. Okay. Kozlo, as you pull out the biggest bomb anyone has ever seen and launch it 150 feet, it hits the boat with a resounding boom.
I think that was only 115 feet.
The taste boat.
I might wander off a bit further and throw another one.
The taste boat fails. The captain fails. The vampire fails. They all literally fail. Not a single success in there. One of the vampirates, I believe, dies completely. Nope. Nope, there is a dead vampire in there. At least it said somebody died.
It did say somebody died. I don't see this telltale smear.
Where is the smear?
So Daddy no longer exists.
I guess so. Oh, I see him. He was the one manning the cannon.
Oh, perfect.
For some reason, he's just currently under the boat.
Down in Davy Jones's locker.
It is the one directly north of the vampirate captain. For some reason, he's under the boat. You just obliterated him. Between the bugs and the fireballs, the black cloud covering the vampirate ship erupts in a flash of brilliant light as the bomb rocks the entire ship, and you see the hull now is visibly cracked, and more insects happily dive into it.
And now all the bugs are on fire.
And now they're flaming bugs.
Flaming ghost bugs.
Rebella, you're up.
Oh boy. Somebody down there died. That's wonderful.
That was one of your goblin boys. The new recruits from the Thieves Guild. So there are some walls. So it's about 10 feet down from where you are now. You could jump over the side and land on the beach. You can go under this bridge here. That's also an option. This is overhead.
Ah, okay.
And then otherwise, the walls here are all blocking. You would have to hop over these railings and like down the stairs, for example. Or you could jump, which would be Barbarian's favorite thing to do.
I'm so good at jumping.
Oh god, how do I turn the measuring thing off?
You just go click on the, not on the measuring tool, just the select tokens one. It's 2 above it.
Okay. I think.
Left side of the screen?
I want to go under the bridge past Cot, like 10 feet. Like I'm heading towards these stairs. Yes, but it doesn't want to let me go through it because it thinks it's a wall.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I have anything that I can like frickin' chuck or anything.
You've only moved. You can dash. You can, I would definitely if you want to close the distance more, you can dash as your action. Up to you.
Yeah. Man, I don't have a regular potion of healing, do I? Look at me being so unprepared because we've just been battling and not shopping. I don't even remember where I got this blade from. Where did that come from? Yeah, I think we're just gonna go another 40 feet. Just...
If you're going over the wall, you will have to make an athletics check.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to end up, yeah. I don't know if that's 2 hops.
It will be 2 hops, but I only have you make 1 athletics check.
2 hops is fine. 3 hops.
Athletics. Boy, we're vaguely athletic still.
Easily you hop the wall and you can do your dash movement 30 feet from here. So you can land you can land up to here.
It really does not like me.
Oh well, yeah, there are walls there, yeah.
It's totally right. I'm like, here.
Yep. There's fine.
I'm gonna murder you all! How dare you! Why?
The vampires just lower their crossbows in your general direction.
You can just leave!
Can I roll an intimidation on that, just for fun, please?
Sure.
Yeah, we're not that intimidating. We're sweating, we've been running around, we've been yelling.
The pirates look at you and they look at each other. Well, at least through the cloud of insects and fire. We still outnumber you.
For now.
We'll give you a proper burial at sea.
I'm Earth! Don't put me in the water!
Rebella, what else are you doing with your round?
I think that's it. I do have a question before my next move.
Sure.
Is if I wanted to breathe fire on, like, the boat, would I be able to do that in the water and it not affect it?
Yeah, you could breathe fire on the boat. As long as, like, your mouth isn't covered by the water, I think it's fine. But it would, if you breathe, you would have to swim out. So this is difficult terrain where the water is. And then it goes past this line, it's swim.
Where was the line? The second line again? Sorry.
Just where the waves are breaching here.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
So it would be like a short swim. You'd have like 10 feet of swim to do. But you could definitely like look up at the boat or just bob in the water and breathe on it. That's also an option.
Okay. Wanted to make sure. That is Grabella's current plan.
Destroy boat.
Destroy boat. Make fight even. But that'll end my turn.
Good. Next up, the vampire on the boat that you issued a challenge to apparently starts their turn in the cloud of bugs. It's the end of their turn, right?
If they enter the bugs on their turn, or if they end their turn in the bugs, yes.
Okay. Oh my god. The boat and my dudes are being very annoying. There we go. I just have to open his character sheet. Go back. He will take a shot at Grabella, who is running up from the beach. Look at this one. What are you going to do out there on the beach? Just die like all the rest. Ooh, I rolled that. Grabella, you take 16 points of piercing damage as a crossbow bolt hits you in the shoulder.
Yeah, I wish I could rage, but it's pretty useless at the moment. You can see Grabella is beelining towards the boat, and she may need some assistance. I'm just throwing that out there.
Dogreg moves towards the cannon up north. He has a cannonball in his hands, but if he tries to load this cannon, there is no way it is going to shoot the ship down south. It cannot turn that far. So he is going to use his move with the cannonball to run as quickly as he can towards a cannon that might potentially hit the boat, which is probably one that Caught left. We're coming, boss! I need to double check something. I don't think this one... Oh, this one could definitely do it. But he has to double move to get there. And he throws open the end of the cannon to put the cannonball in. Jib is off of the map, getting reinforcements. Azriel, you're up. You're 30 feet in the air, and fire erupts on the deck of the ship.
So I can see, I'm above the cloud, I assume. I think it is.
You are. It's only 20 feet. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I could see everything and all of the horrifying glory.
Bugs and fire are engulfing the ship.
Wait, did that vampire end his turn in the bugs? Or did you mean to move him?
You know what? He did end his turn in the bugs. Give me the damage.
Okay. I guess also the cannon can take this damage. Because I assume the cannon didn't move.
It did not. Hold on, I might have to make the
unless it's a targeting cannon.
Let me adjust the size of the boat's targeting circle. 1 second. Oh, I don't think I can. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with it. I just have to find a way to move this vampire because the boat is apparently above him. Ah! Hold on, I have to move the boat. Boat gets moved.
Whoa!
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, there's the dead one. He's just under the ship. Let me see if I can edit this guy's height or something. Okay, so if his height is 0, let me see if I can make it like -1 if he won't like bug out the thing. Token height. Oh, that might put him under the map. Oh, I think it's the reticle. It's not actually the boat. Interesting.
That sort of makes sense. Even though the reticle goes below things, it actually like looks like it's below things. It's actually like over the top of things.
Sorry about that. Let's go. Yeah.
He does get a con saving throw to take half.
No, absolutely not.
And I don't know if the cannon has saving throws, but technically it also gets to do that.
The cannon will give it a shot. You know what? Let's take a quick 5-minute break. I'm gonna reload, and then I'm gonna see if I can adjust the tokens a little bit, because I cannot like target a single thing here. So, quick break. I'll see you guys at 8:17. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. See you in few.
I'm back.
I too am back, and things are working. I'll put the banger back on, though.
Did everything shift slightly to the left?
I think it was, yeah, it was just like skewed slightly.
Gotcha.
I think I had the ship that was not on all the tiles.
Ooh, new music.
I am mostly here.
Ooh, and it's got a fucking acoustic guitar line.
It's a banger!
I'm gonna grab So Excited really quick. Do you feel that?
This is all I'm picturing with this music playing.
This banger is called Give Maru Trading Harbor. It's a good banger. Also, just FYI, Asriel, I did set the like a bounding box for the map, so you can't like scroll the map off screen now. It's just for, but if that bothers you, let me know. But it's just a little bit better for the viewer experience, so there's not like a big black bar on the side of the screen if you guys are looking like half off the map and like half on the map. You should be able to see everything on the map, okay? It just restricts your view to only the map.
I did notice that I think you did you do that a couple sessions ago?
I did.
Yeah. I think the only thing is like it's hard, you can't like actually center yourself on like where the action is if it's in a corner of the map, but I think it's better because with some of your larger maps where it's really easy to lose where the fuck we are, right?
Yeah.
With some of the really big maps. So
but yeah, it's something I can just toggle on and off really easy, so let me know.
It's a double-edged sword. I think if like this, it's kind of awkward because like everything's in the far left corner, but I think it's still fine.
All right, Asriel, what was your whom was your target for the bugs? Oh wait, I remember because he was leaving. It was this vampire.
He stayed and took damage. I think the ship cannon was the one. I think you already took the damage for him, but I think it's the ship cannon that needs to take damage.
The ship cannon. It's clogged with bugs once again.
They could just fire the cannon and just fire like a shotgun blast of bugs.
Oh, that's so gross. Asriel, you're up. You are 30 feet up. You are above the cloud of smoke.
I sort of don't know what to do now.
The ship is on fire. It's covered in bugs that are currently eating away at its hull. The cannon is currently stuffed full of insects. You're not sure if it could actually fire any longer.
I didn't prepare. I prepared for fighting angry racist old man plants. My spell list. I didn't plan to fight pirates on a ship.
Well, turns out ships are made out of plants.
Oh, you know what?
Maybe
I did prepare.
Uh-oh.
Really old plants.
Did you prepare Blight? Uh-oh.
I don't think I get Blight. I don't think clerics get that.
Oh. Well, that's good, because you could just blight the ship, and there it goes.
I mean, it's going to take a bunch more damage from bugs here in a minute. So,
yeah.
I think we're just going to be extra silly.
We like extra silly.
And actually, hang on, I have to look at it real quick. Yes, blah blah blah. Okay, so I have to do this at 4th level. Okay, yeah, that's fine. What is the range, actually, before I do that? Oh, perfect. Okay. We are going to cast... Oh, gotta go back in my spellbook. Ah!
What you casting?
Sequencing. Here we go.
Order, lol.
We're gonna cast Sai-chan.
Okay, spiritual weapon has a 60-foot casting range. Are you putting it on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredibly rude.
Exactly, and I cast it at 4th level.
Oh. Ooh. God, okay. Make sure when you're rolling damage, it'll say what damage it's doing. But if it's upcast, you might have to fuck with the damage.
I just cast it at 4th level and it should be fine. That's how I've been doing it. I just don't spend the spell slot every turn.
Gotcha. A 15 will hit. As Scythe-chan appears on the boat. Oh god! 22 force damage. A slice directly across the chest brings the vampire to his knees. He hisses, gasping at the ghostly weapon looking up at him.
And then, I mean, we're just in range, so we're just gonna toll the dead on the same guy. And we'll see how they like necrotic damage.
Literally 60 feet away. I find this incredibly rude.
And a little bit of radiant damage.
Succeeds on the save. No damage.
And that's... Oh, well, insight check.
I like how this fight has been no insight, only fireball.
I mean, when you have fireballs, do you really need to care about insight?
10 is not high enough.
Okay, Azrael is going to dip down inside of the convenient cloud cover that they gave them.
Okay, you dip 20 feet down. You are heavily obscured.
And that'll be the end of Azrael's turn.
A vampire on the boat. Battering away all of the annoying bugs. Please, God. Where are you? Oh, now I have to unburden my screen. Here we go. Takes a couple steps forward. Not into the bugs.
Are you sure?
I'm so sure. And looks over at Grabella. 70 feet. Slings his arm over the side of the boat, takes aim with the crossbow. Actually, did I say 60 feet? 70 feet.
Oh dear.
Okay. That is fine. Yeah, he will level the crossbow at you. Grabella, as you run up the beach, you dodge the bolt coming at you, and it sails near your ear over your right shoulder. He is not in the bugs.
God dang it. I got this.
Grabella's just like getting pelted and continuing to move.
Get the one on the beach. I got her.
This vampire at the very front of the ship is trying to swat away the spiritual weapon. Points his frosty finger over at Grabella. Grabella's 50 feet away. So instead of lobbing a ray of frost, he pulls something from a satchel on his side. Grabella, you see it as a bomb. He is not going to throw it this turn. But he will decide to Ray of Frost you instead, but he does have that bomb in his hand, ready for something.
I think they're gonna blow me up.
Ray of Frost comes over the side of the boat, Grabella, and as you dodge the crossbow bolt on the beach, you get hit in the side of the head with the Ray of Frost. Grabella, you take 8 cold damage. The boat... God! Why?
Uses divine shield.
It's his turn! Everyone, now all of Gondor knows you're here.
Everyone look away! It's the boat's turn!
Oh, God. Jesus.
Do you require damage for the boat?
I do. Let's go. Let's go.
God.
Wait, what?
Oh, no. They're very efficient termites.
Okay, so let's talk about what happens here. First off, I just wanted everybody to know the boat had a damage threshold, but every time you did instances of damage to the boat, it was above its damage threshold. So, the boat takes 34 damage. The boat begins to sink. So what happens here, I'm gonna set the boat at 1 hit point. The boat will sink in 3 turns. You know what? I'm gonna turn the boat off. You know what? Boat off. But right now, in the first stage of sinking, the boat's speed is 0, and it cannot move anymore. So if they wanted to escape, they can't. But in 3 turns, the boat goes down completely. The vampirates on the boat, unless the boat is repaired with some sort of mending spell, in 3 turns, the vampirates will sink to the, bottom of the ocean, at least on the shoreline.
Like they're in wading deep water. It's like they're fine. It's fine.
Totally fun.
Wait, unless it counts as running water and that's a thing that they care about. That could be funny.
That might take an insight check. But the boat is in dire straits, and there is an audible crack as you hear the wood snapping and the termites putting holes in it the size of quarters. Nightshade is running over. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dogrig! Here, let me help you out! He will help Dogrig load the cannon. The vampire on the boat. These damn bugs are eating away at all of the fucking ship! What do you want us to do? Bail out! Go to the coast! But there's that woman on the coast! Kill her! He levels a crossbow at Grabella. Blow her up, shoot her in the face, I don't care, just get her gone! He fires off a casual bolt over at the running Grabella. Why won't she go down?
You don't know my power.
Oh, God. Don't like that. Captain. What is the captain gonna do? The captain will move 5, 10, and hop into the water. Difficult terrain. The captain is currently swimming to shore as she abandons the ship.
Wait, isn't the captain supposed to go down with the ship?
Aren't you supposed to go down with the ship?
Shut up!
There ship is going down, aren't you supposed to go down with it?
Worst captain ever.
The mage in the back of the ship points his finger over at Grabella. He fires off another frozen ray.
Kill the one on the beach.
All hands on deck! She,
Apparently not your captain!
The captain is currently picking out giant cicadas from her mouth and ears as she tries to swim to shore.
Wait, I thought vampires ate blood, not bugs!
Alright, you've got it loaded! Coslow!
What?
We've got the cannon loaded! What do you want us to shoot?
Cuzzo like looks out at the sinking ship.
Anybody?
You know, maybe never mind on that.
Are you sure it's ready?
Alright, you know what? Just shoot the ship. Maybe it'll sink faster.
No!
Aim for the people hurting me.
Yeah, aim for people if you can. Not us.
Oh,
The people on the boat.
they...
That boat specifically. I don't know if there's other boats around here. Don't shoot random boats.
Okay, swing this to the left. Okay, 1, 2, 3. They all swing the cannon over to the left, and it goes to the left. Oh god, this thing is so heavy.
It's a cannon.
All right, how do you work this thing? The blast powder chamber's in the back. What do you need? Fire? Light it up. Yep, she pulls out like a tinder box from her pocket and snip, snip, snip. Psst. Oh, that's delightful. Okay, I think I got the hang of this.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a lot of D10s.
God.
The vampire mage that just shot Grabella in the face with a frozen ray looks up as he hears the explosion.
Oh my god.
Thank God.
There is no more pirate. Chest is obliterated in a cloud of red mist. The vampire behind him is just open mouth gaping as gore just... Onfla in the back just... Yay! We did it!
Good job committing a murder.
Do you think this is going how they hoped it would?
I don't think it is.
Is this going how you hoped it would?
Captain spits out another cicada. Fuck you! Coslow, you're up.
Captain, is this going how you thought it would?
I will slit your throat and hang your head from the bow of my ship.
The ship that's sinking?
The ship cracks behind her. Yes, that one!
Wait, that ship?
Your force ballista splooshes into the water next to the captain. Stop!
Coslow
No, my ship!
Coslow gives a quick tap of his "give me a spell slot back" ring.
Oh. Tap that, sir. No!
Tabbies.
That's a big tap. That tap is too large.
Too many taps, sir. You're gonna have to put some back on the shelf.
What are you doing? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
This ship?
As everything fails. I'm looking. Fail on the cannon, fail on the mage, fail on both of the vampirates. As the ship begins to crack and go down, they stumble on the deck of the ship, and they look around and see another fireball hurtling towards them, and there is just no chance. Most of them are knocked completely off the ship in various parts and pieces, and the boat is completely and utterly obliterated. The rest of the insect plagues descend on just the one lone vampirate to the north that has managed to survive the multiple fireballs from Kozlo. But everything else on that ship is gone. There is the captain and one more vampirate. The captain and the vampirate exchange very concerned looks. What would you like to know, Kozlo?
I would like to know... I don't even know that I need to know anything here. I would like to know if the captain looks like she regrets every life choice she's ever made at this point.
You know what? Yeah, this was a poor idea. She thought she had everything. She went into this thinking those cannons have not fired in many years. No one would ever bother to fix them. And you did. Like, you canonically fixed the cannons. So she's like, I'm gonna roll up here because those cannons don't fucking work. No, the cannons work!
I am the cannons!
Didn't think these docks were protected.
Look at me! Look at me! I'm the cannons now!
I hate you with every fiber of my being.
You can still give up. I haven't made it to you yet.
Kozlo, is that end your round?
It does.
Rebella?
It's time.
Oh, no.
Alright.
The captain is swimming to shore.
Where is my rage? Oh, I found it. Oh,
She might
okay.
still be too far away.
I know.
Okay.
That's
We
what bonus
raging?
action jump is for. That's what we've learned from Baldur's Gate 3, goddammit.
She already bonus action raged. She used her bonus action.
Shit. Oh no. I believe in you, Grabella.
She is also going to. Look, we're instilling fear in them. Whether I hit them or not is not really important, right?
It's sort of. I mean, it's not important.
Oh god, I need to target myself. Hello? And then... Fucking... Come on. My hands have been so bad this week, I apologize.
All good.
It's taking me twice as long to do everything.
Oh, I hear the gulp of a potion.
She is going to chug
Oh my
a
god.
potion.
A huge potion.
Supreme healing. Grabella almost looks stronger than when
God.
she started this fight.
Oh
She
my
is.
god. Grabella, you can decide if you want to cinematically rip the crossbow bolts out as your stony flesh heals back up.
She is doing that. Her eyes are bright, loud, having the time of her life. She's gonna come to... Oh god.
The vampirate's panicked swimming begins to stop.
So, I come... Let's see. Math and then these things. So I get to the first layer of water.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
it
would
becomes
be pretty much... That would be 30 feet.
And then I can only move 5 feet.
That's
But it
correct.
won't let me because it says it's a wall. So
I will move you. Yep.
5 feet.
So you splash into the ocean, walking ominously towards the swimming vampirate.
And I'm just curious. Can I get far enough for me to hit her?
You have actioned to potion and bonus actioned rage, and you have moved. So, what
am I out of? I was gonna do burning hands.
I think you are. Unless you do, you have two.
When I'm raging.
Okay.
Yes. When I'm raging, I have 2 actions and a bonus action.
You can use the template and see if you can get her.
It seems like I can.
You would barely hit her as you stand at the precipice of the ocean.
We're not worried about killing her. We just want to make her cry. She'll die later if she has to.
I'm a little worried about killing her, as in I would like her to die.
Let's see if she ducks under the water quick enough. No! No, absolutely not! As she paddles towards you, Grabella,
It's just supposed to be 6. Ignore the 12.
Oh, all good.
I got excited and hit too many buttons.
Oh no. Sorry, 1 sec. I just had to check if the damage was right. She only took 6. Alright. Grabella, she is swimming towards shore and you are walking up very ominously towards her. You just stand on the shoreline and point your hands at her as they erupt into flame. And she does not get under the water quick enough, and her head is lightly roasted. Stop! You did not. It thinks I didn't roll. Ignore her. Grabella is at the end of your round.
Yes, ma'am.
The only surviving vampire panics as he is still on the boat, and quickly hops overboard. He is going to... Instead of leveling a crossbow at Grabella, he extends the palm of his hand, and a purplish beam of energy extends from him to Grabella. As instead of taking your life with a crossbow, he tries to siphon out your energy. And that'll hit Grabella. You take 15 necrotic damage as you feel your rage being siphoned from you from the desperate vampire. But your rage cannot be quelled by such simple means. Dog Greg is using his action to grab a piece of ammo. Jib is off screen. Azriel, you're up. You are 20 feet up.
Hello. First, we'll go ahead and let the bugs.
No more bugs?
Nah, no more bugs. I don't know. Maybe there's like enough of a wreck there that we can salvage later. But Scythe Chan will come play.
No. Your spiritual weapon hops off the sinking ship and floats down to the vampire below.
Oh. He is technically out of Azrael's range, so I have to get closer with Azrael, which is fine. To cast the spell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
A spiritual weapon. Wow.
Ah, boo.
Boo, that will miss as Scythe Chan, he ducks under the scythe swing.
Azrael will float up back above the cloud for a second. And we'll cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt?
At 3rd level.
God. Oh my god. Okay, but 26. He's gonna get roasted. Oh, Jesus! Azrael, you float above the smoke cloud, which is quickly, eventually dissipating, and you lob your guiding bolt towards the vampire who just kind of clambered off the ship. What do you do?
Azrael grabs like one of the little bugs that's like floating around, wraps it in a bundle of radiant energy, and just baseball pitches it. So it's a little excited spider like he jumps off on his face and explodes in radiant damage.
Sputtering, covered in bugs and radiant damage, with a hiss, the vampire is carried away by the waves. Azrael, does that end your round?
I think so. Yeah, that's good enough. We're good with that.
All right, just a moment.
I didn't set off trying to be a cleric of Lolth or anything, but it kind of happened that way. Not sure how.
Yeah, little buggy. Nightshade is aiming the cannon as his action. The vampire captain, desperately, the only person alive from this horrible escapade. Enraged, her eyes gleaming with hate, she stands up and pulls her wet body to shore, facing Grabella. I'll kill you for my boat, my crew! What have you done?
You did this. I'm just responding to it.
And she pulls a scimitar from her waist and swings it at you. Sorry, one sec. Ah! A quick slash across the chest. Ducking and weaving. Does another. Oh, missing horribly. Her scimitar hits a rock next to you on the beach, Grabella. Pling! Just goes awry. Ah!
Grabella is standing as still as possible, just looking down on her with
She's just swinging wildly, like, her fangs bared, hissing. You've taken everything from her. You're like, I don't even know who you are.
You don't even go to this school.
Onfla and Kot cannot hit the vampire captain from their current location. Yeah, they cannot turn the thing that far. Hold on. Let me draw a line here. And let me just make sure. A polygon? Is this fine? Okay, so the fence ends here. Oh shit. No, that would actually work. Let me just make sure that angle is alright. Yeah, I think that's fine. That is within that line. Okay. I think if we turn it all the way to the left, let's go. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Grabella, duck, honey.
Okay.
Grabella is gonna wait till like the last few seconds to duck.
All right.
Would you like me to athletics on that, or just
no,
to spice it up?
No,
it's
sure,
up to you.
Sure. If you fail, though, you're gonna get knocked prone.
We're really good at shit today, as far as moving around.
Caught, light it up. Yes, ma'am.
Get off my friggin' ducks!
As the cannonball comes hurtling through the air, Grabella, you duck, and it goes swinging over your head and hits the captain in the face. And in a spray of blood, she is returned to the ocean, where surely the fishes will eat well tonight.
Well, you don't think that means we're gonna get vampire fishes now, do you?
Nah, they didn't bite him.
Oh, maybe that'll bring to.
Sorry, you cut out. You cut out there, Azriel. What was that?
Maybe that'll bring the tourists back. Wouldn't that be a unique attraction?
Well, welcome back to The Gang Does a War Crime.
That wasn't a war crime. That was we were attacked. We repelled the attackers.
We did. We did.
And we proved to Larix that we can repel attackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he asked and we provided.
One unnamed goblin gang member.
He didn't even have a name.
It's his fault.
Grabella will start going through the wreckage to see if she can find anything to return to people.
Is there like wreckage of a ship that we could like actually like have brought to shore?
Yeah, that's what Grabella would be, like collecting things, checking bodies, and just like pulling it into some amount of wreckage. If that is easiest for you.
Kozlo, maybe we should have the gang, the bureaucratic administrators collect the ship's wreckage and maybe we can build a ship.
Yep, that's a good idea. Probably some salvageable materials.
Larix is sputtering on the docks.
Kozlo will like help him to his feet, even though he's like an inch tall.
Oh, thank you. He looks out. Oh my god, the entire ship is gone.
Yeah, it is.
As he sees just the tip of the sails sinking under the water, kind of rolling off to the side in a way a sail should not go.
Well, if there's no choice.
It goes.
Not that it was a particularly difficult choice.
My god, Kozlo, I thought your explosions were just something of fit and fancy, but you are dangerous, man.
They don't call them explosions for nothing.
He just sits down or squats down, and he takes your hand and shakes it vigorously. Thank you. You saved my life today, Kozlo.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Azriel helped. And Grabella was here too.
Yeah, I set her on fire a little. I made her cry before she died. That's important.
That was incredible. Well, not only do I believe that you could take care of any of those ships getting out there, you could probably do it with my boat entirely unscathed. Most impressive.
We will have to definitely work on getting more cannonballs in, though. So if you know a guy, or Kozlo, you're going to be working overtime.
Oh, certainly. He scrambles to his feet.
Grabella will start fishing things together while they continue to talk.
Those explosions! He scrambles over to the telescope and looks out. This is most certainly got to scare the pants off those loiterers in the water.
Yep.
Should we collect all of their body parts that are floating and maybe put it in a little rowboat and push it off in their direction? So maybe with a little note.
All right, so we have come back around to the gang does a war crime.
Oh, that would certainly send a message. He's squinting. That's entirely up to you. I would certainly offer my rowboat to the task. But you're going to have to clean up the chum rather quickly. The tide is rolling in.
Yeah, Grabella is working frantically. She has stopped listening to everybody and is gathering what she can.
Anybody with free hands, come help!
Yeah, everybody go check through the wreckage. See if they got any cannonballs in there, too. I mean, he was firing at Mattis, so he's probably got more.
Grabella, you most certainly do find some cannonballs. You find you find a crate, and they've already fired off 2, so there are 4 left. Let me visible for you.
Oh.
As the crate is sinking in the water. Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. She will go for the cannonballs first. And she will definitely check the captain over before going to go through any more wreckage.
All right. One moment. As you sift through the captain's pockets. She has a thick purse. You can double click on it. Energy drain is definitely not an item. But the crossbow and her scimitar are. The pocket of gold that she has seems to suggest that she is not a wealthy raider by any means. But her very vicious heavy crossbow and the enchanted scimitar that she clumsily swung at you are up for grabs.
Is she a box or?
She is a box. You can double click her.
Ha. Okay. Let's split the currency. Oh. What is this?
Energy drain there is not an item. That's actually just her ability. I don't know why it converted.
If Azrael is to look at it, though, he can come get it, right? Technically?
No, it's not an item. It's a bug.
Gotcha. I will.
Oh, I guess somebody could drain her soul. If
that is an option.
Yes, I would let Azrael do this. Grabella so far is not.
I don't think Azrael's even like close enough.
Azrael, you are pretty far away.
I don't know. I don't remember how long it takes to do it.
Grabella, what else are you doing? Are you sifting through the wreckage of the boat?
Yeah, she'll go back to sifting in the water and trying to figure out what she can.
Make me an investigation check, please.
Let's see. You said investigation, correct?
Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, dang.
20. All right.
I am so good at seeing in the water for some reason.
Oh my god. All right.
What is Grabella's rolls today?
This
She's
is
just a menace without actually having to do much.
Let's see what's in the cargo hold, Grabella. One moment. Give me just a second. All right, Grabella, roll me a D100.
Oh boy. $77.
Lucky 77.
77. All right. And Grabella, roll me 2d6.
There you go.
All right. A small chest with 200 gold. is stuffed away inside the cargo hold. Cracked open by the brute force of the cannonball, you begin to stuff the gold in your pockets. I'm gonna make a whole ass item pile for this, so give me 1 second, but let's finish the rest of your items. Grabella, roll me another D100.
Buttons, buttons. I heard you like some buttons. 80.
80. There are mostly food and herb items on this boat, but a lot of them are rotten. It looks like this boat was stolen, and the food items that were on board, namely the ones that are to facilitate, like, cooking, for example, like herbs, they're all ruined. They're either in the water or they're rotten. But you do find some curious things that probably belong to the vampirates on board. The first thing you find, luckily, is a potion that is still intact. Inside the slim crystal vial is a pinkish purple liquid that shimmers with a slightly orange light.
Ooh.
I found some shinies.
And then Grabella, last time, roll me a 1d100.
$55.
Yeah. Stuffed in a barrel and wrapped away tightly in a cloth, you find a two-handed greatsword. It is etched with very interesting looking runes down the side. They're bold, perhaps dwarven. It is two-handed. You can hold it at the base of the, oh my god, the grip, the handle, the pommel, and then a little bit higher up, so you like hold it with two hands. Just one of the big swingy lads.
I love a big swingy lad.
Ooh. The sword is cursed and possessed by a vengeful spirit. As long as interesting.
A very interesting
Azrael!
sword is here. However, Grabella, you do not know it's cursed.
Hey, Azrael.
Yes, Grabella?
Are you good at, understanding if something is magical or not, or do we gotta hire somebody for that?
I mean, I could tell you if it's magical.
Grabella will slowly.
She can't make it through the wall of the water real quick. If you could help me through the water.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, here's one water ball. Me.
Maybe.
You're gonna be the one that keeps me from moving around. You guys are so far away.
You did all that running.
It is leg day, I guess.
Nightshade, Cot, Dograid, and Onfla in the back are all like clapping each other on the back and cheering. They're like, yeah, woo, we did it, woo, go us.
I will need help through the wall.
Oh yeah, I'll get you up there. Boop.
You guys,
will start casting detect magic.
You guys go make sure our friend that didn't make it gets a proper burial, okay?
She'll look at the guys that are celebrating, kind of reminding them we won, but we did lose.
Azrael, the sword that Grabella picked up, the great sword, You do sense that it is a magical weapon immediately, but there is a darker aura, almost like a soul. You feel a kinship in that sword, as it is cursed by another spiritual entity. Maybe the vampirates were trying to pawn it off to someone who did not have quite the magical knowledge that you do.
It's a spooky sword, Grabella.
Yeah, it seems real spoopy. I'm curious about it, but I got enough weird shit going on inside of me, so I'm kind of like 50-50 on this.
Azrael, this is probably a Styx family sword that has a unwilling spirit forced into it, or perhaps something from the Hamakis that they used in their soul forge.
That sounds like a whole lot of things that
That
Azrael wouldn't know.
Exactly.
That another existence might know something about.
It's just above board player knowledge, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of icky, but we might be able to do something with it. Actually, hang on a second. Azrael does actually have Remove Curse prepared today.
What?
Azrael will cast Remove Curse. See if that does anything to it.
What the fuck?
I don't know why. In fact, I'm pretty sure I just keep forgetting that I have Remove Curse prepared, and I should unprepare it when I fix my spells. But you know what?
Who unironically takes Remove Curse? Okay.
I think I had it for a specific reason forever ago for some specific encounter, and then I forgot to switch it back. Because we rest at weird times in Kaamos. Like, we have, like, weird long rest times, and, like, no idea what spells to prepare, so...
Okay, Azrael, I will give you two options here. As you say a few words or whatever you'd like to do to remove the curse, as you touch the sword, you sense that there is a soul trapped and bound inside of it. And as you remove the curse that is binding it there, the soul will be freed. You have the option of taking it, or you have the option of freeing it. The soul can just go back to Arctis, or you can gain a random creature power.
That's the evil chuckle I was hoping for.
I will not decide what that creature power is until I do some rolling.
I would expect you not to.
It can be both beneficial or detrimental.
Fuck it, let's roll the dice. Azrael doesn't feel like a moral quandary over adding souls to their collection, to be clear, because they already have them. So how could Azrael's very existence be morally incorrect? Let's do it.
Azrael, you touch the sword and utter the words of unbinding to free the soul from its shackles. Similar to, say, how a knife would free the soul from the body with a quick stroke, or, well, you understand souls, just being made of them, of course, so it's how simple it is to move them from one place to another. Like your book. The sword Grabella holds in her hands begins to emanate a blue, green, and purple glow that reminds you very much of the Aurora Borealis. It begins to float upwards, and then come back down in a curveball as Azrael pulls the Book of Soul Stealing out from their pocket, and it unfurls open in their offhand. And the lights of this Aurora Borealis that is coming from the sword, trying to reach the skies, is sucked back into the Book of Soul Stealing. The pages flutter, and Azrael, as the soul is extracted and replanted, the book snaps shut. Curse removed. Soul gained.
The sword's not icky anymore, Grabella.
No.
I don't know if it's magical still.
Yeah, no, that breaks it. That's fine though.
It's a good sword, well balanced. And Azriel. Here
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Just a very soft chuckle in the back of your head. Or is that coming from the skull on your hip? Something
Yes.
is amused at you, but yes. As you hear Narcissa's chuckle echo throughout your skull as your book burns bright. Ah, now this is a good one. That's where we'll end today's session. As Azriel uncurses the sword, but acquires a soul. And the terrible attempt of the vampirates to try and take the docks is foiled by you all. But every time Azriel gets a little stronger, maybe Narcissa's just a little more aware.
Before we completely close up, who was the one that got the cannon off? Was it the lady in the middle of all the goons over there?
Yeah, it was on. So for a cannon, it takes a round to load, a round to aim, and a round to fire. So the other dudes next to her were loading and aiming, and then the other dudes were loading and aiming. I think Kot and Onfla were like shooting and firing. So, but I think Kot got the last hit. I'm gonna look at the combat. Pretty sure it was Kot. I think it was Kot's turn. Burning hand.
She would give the sword that we just cleansed to that lady.
Oh, okay. Hey, here's a nice non-cursed sword. Hooray! She's just overjoyed. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for today. As Azriel slowly becomes a demigod, and Kozlo blows up a ship.
Whoa. Let's start at being a warlock patron first. We got Roxy to train first. Let's hold off on the demigod part.
Yeah, you'll be a good patron. It's just gonna take a little time. But you're getting your powers. It's good.
Yeah. We got, look, every big bad evil has to start somewhere.
Great job tonight, everybody. Grats to Fireball for coming in ridiculously clutch. Grabella, you took so much damage.
I was just a wall to shoot things upon and be mean, and I'm okay with that. Because it's entertaining.
But now, your good friend Larix not just respects you a little bit, but has his full approval. So you saved Larix. Good job.
We've gained some amount of loyalty. Hurrah.
And the rest of your people who are on the docks are just very impressed. You only lost unnamed goblin gang member. That guy's just dead.
I was gonna be really sad if Kot died, because I remember him in various scenes, so I was gonna be upset if he didn't make it.
It's okay, we lost the red shirt goblin.
Aggressively force Christina to name NPCs.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And, just before it dies.
Yeah, he died because he didn't get a name. Somebody should have asked him his name before the second crossbow bolt hit him.
Yeah.
My name is...
It's like +2 armor.
Well, that's a shitty name.
Wonderful.
All right, guys, great session. I will hopefully see everybody next Monday.
Also, the Oreo cookie is really dope. Oh my god.
Yes. All right, next Monday it is. you guys might have a boat. You might not have to even deal with the guys out in the water. Apparently you guys have explosions and the cannons working again, so... Perfect. Well, thank you guys, everybody, and I will see you all next week. Have a great night.
Yay. Night, y'all.
Thanks
for the game.
Thank you. All right, that's it for Arctis today. Well, thanks for watching. Catch up on the VODs. You don't have to catch up on all of them, but you can watch our shorts and funny moments over on YouTube, Arctis DD. We have shorts and funny moments we post over on TikTok and Twitter at Play Arctis. You can follow us, that'd be cool. And I'm your DM, Zarina. Hey. Thanks for watching. We have 2 sessions. We got one on Monday, this one, and one on Wednesday. That's Ascended. They're great. You should watch them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.